Ha-Satan, the adversary, and his messengers will be cast out of Shemayim, the waters above, the heavenlies, 42 months prior to the return of Messiah Yeshua. Can I ask you, what do you think the effects of a false second coming from heaven to earth would have on humanity? Anybody have any ideas? Turned upside down. Why? Because they're led by this and not by this, and the Word working in our hearts. What if Prophet Isa, the Islamic version of Jesus, the son of Mary, and perhaps Moshe, and Vishnu, and Krishna, appeared on the world, performing miracles and signs and wonders, deceiving those who perish? Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female, he created them. I'm reading out of the New King James today, because this goes to a broader audience. Like I told you, the churches are getting it. And if you don't think that the Father's worried about the tail end of the assembly, you're wrong. You don't know him. He is. And so we're going to stumble through some of the verbiage that many of us have come out of for the purpose of them getting the greater message. You see, there are those who honor the letter and destroy the spirit. I have seen people abuse and bludgeon people with their knowledge of the Tetragrammaton, when the fact is they needed to hug that person and buy them a sandwich at the Wendy's dollar menu. Torah terrorists, Sabbath assassins. There are plenty of people honoring the Shabbat and nail him to the tree. Father, forgive us. Apart from you, there is no good in us. None. No other gods before us, before him. Soon we're going to have that opportunity to worship others. The man of sin, the son of perdition, the willful king of the north, the word in the Proto-Semitic dialect which means north, northward, or northern land, is Damascus, Syria, which is where the heir, the lion of Allah, comes from. Isa, the prophet Isa, according to Islamic hadiths, will descend to Damascus or Damascus and exalt the Mahdi. Perform miracles and signs and wonders in his presence. That is, in the presence of the first beast who received the wound and yet lived. This message is largely a response to things being put forward by a gentleman by the name of Zechariah Sitchin and another man by the name of Jordan Maxwell, who are espousing and awaiting the return of the Sumerian gods, plural. Talk of this is also circulating in intelligence circles. In the Pentagon, I see some of you nodding your heads. Others of you probably need to go back and do some studying concerning the false gods that received worship. They're awaiting this and looking forward to it. So are the New Agers. Mighty ones, thou shalt have no other mighty ones before me. The man of sin will honor a foreign, unknown, alien god, which his ancestors did not know. He will lavish upon costly gifts, precious stones, and pleasant things. Now, if you were Ha-Satan, would you say, "Hi, I'm Ha-Satan, the adversary, and Yeshua is going to be here in 42 months, and I'm here to align the masses against his second coming"? Or would you present yourself as an angel of light with a message of security, shalva? It is not shalom. Shalom comes from the Prince of Shalom. I respect the efforts of Homeland Security, but I can assure you, apart from Yeshua Messiah, there will be no security. Antichrist offers shalva, security. Through peace he shall destroy many. It's not the word peace. Shalom is reserved for the Prince of Peace. You see, conflict isn't in and of itself is not a bad thing. Internal conflict is a bad thing. Peace is not the absence of wars. Peace is the absence of internal conflict. Solve the jihad inside, and the jihad outside by nature is solved. Genesis chapter 2, let's turn there. Zechariah Sitchin, and he found some cuneiform tablets that talked about a people, who I'm going to read from here, called the Anunnaki. 1,000 years prior to the account of creation given in Torah, there was a Sumerian account of creation where multiple gods made us in clay vessels. The reason, I see you're alarmed, and that's okay. Do you know that prior to the birth of Messiah Yeshua, there were other false sons of God? We think we've got something unique, and we do. We do. But Tammuz and Mithra and Horus, Dionysus, all predate the birth of Messiah. You see, the serpent had 4,000 years to concoct and sow seeds of discourse and delusion into the human body politic, to deceive. One of the grand delusions is this account of the Anunnaki. This comes from Wikipedia. The Anunnaki are a group of Sumerian and Akkadian deities related to, and in some cases overlapping, with the Anunna, or the 50 great gods. And the Igigi, the minor gods, as well. This name is variously written Anunna, or Anunnaki, meaning something to the effect of those of royal blood, of princely offspring, or those who come from heaven to earth. The Anunnaki appear in the Babylonian creation myth, Enuma Elish, in the late version magnifying the god Marduk. After the creation of mankind, Marduk divides the Anunnaki and assigns them to the proper stations. This is very, very important. I want you to listen for the god that is being portrayed as the rebel god. Okay? Marduk divides the Anunnaki and assigns them to their proper stations. 300 in the heaven, 300 on the earth. In gratitude, the Anunnaki, or the great gods, plural, built Esagila, the splendid. They raised the high head of Esagila, equaling Apsu, having built a stage tower to the heavens. Then they built their own shrines. According to the later Babylonian myth, the Anunnaki were the children of Anu and Ki. Anu-Naki, the children of the Anunnaki, brother and sister gods. Themselves the children of Anshar and Kishar. Anshar and Kishar were the children of Lam and Lamu, names given to the gatekeepers of the Abzu temple at Eridu, the site at which the creation was thought to have occurred. The head of the Anunnaki was the great Anu. Rather than just being a sky god, Anu in Sumerian actually means sky. Of Uruk, and the other members were his offspring. His place was taken by Enlil. En meaning Lord, Lil meaning air, or the Lord of the air, who at some time was thought to have separated the heaven and the earth. This resulted in an ongoing dispute between the gods. Enki, that is the Lord of the earth, Enki,